Wake up, you dope! We're going to crash! Get it up! Get it up!
Left motor's conked out. We're losing altitude.
You want me to take over?
No, I can handle it.
Try to hold your altitude. I'll unload all the cargo except the rocket motors. What in the name of all that's idiotic are you doing here?
Don't stay there asking foolish questions. Get me out of here.
After we unloaded all the excess cargo, we were able to make a landing.
I'm glad you were able to get the motors to the testing field. However, it's left you without a clue.
No, not quite. They were trying to force Andy to fly the plane on a new course over the ridge. I've had aerial photographs taken of the whole territory.
I can't see how that will help.
I'm having a map made from which I hope to spot a secret landing field.
They'll never shake Steve off the trail, Mr. Weston. And what a story I've got for the late editions.
The only story your paper will publish is the one I dictate.
I, Simon Legree, dictate.
Have the dateline read Phoenix, Arizona. Air transport overdue. Privately owned plane missing and believed to have been forced down somewhere in the mountains.
A report from Bisbee states that the missing plane was seen passing over there. But this is discredited as Bisbee is far off the course of the freighter.
So, we lose the rocket motors.
Not necessarily.
But, madam, the authorities will certainly find the wreckage before we can hope to do so.
On the contrary, they'll be searching the regular route of the ship. They do not know, as we do, that the plane was off her course and probably did pass over Bisbee.
Right. I think...
Let me do the thinking, Mr. Ward. Get Denny in his plane and locate that wreck. Report to me at the mine where Dr. Godfrey is preparing the rocket fuel.
This is all rough and rugged territory. Must be some place where a plane could make a landing. Uh-oh. Here it is.
That doesn't mean much to me.
That's a flat field with trees around it. An ideal place for a hidden landing field.
Pretty smart, Steve. Do we go out there?
I do. You stay here and beat the typewriter.
If you go, I go. After all, I have some standing on this newspaper.
Either I go alone or you get a new man in my place.
Now, hold on. I can't have you two fighting. You'll have to compromise. Must be some other way.
keep back under the trees.
Would you think it impertinent if I asked just what you expect to accomplish in this cow pasture?
I expect a visit from some of the Black Widow gang, and I don't want you cavorting about to let them know I'm here.
Perhaps if you'd not be so secretive. All right, I'll be the ghost. What's the answer?
This the payoff on that newspaper story you had printed. And that should be some of the Black Widow gang looking for a wrecked freighter.
Not a sign of it yet. I'll hop out and report to Sombra at the mine.
That's a break. Now we can follow him and maybe to the Black Widow herself. Come on, Joyce, and watch your step.
These two liquids, when combined, will give us a rocket fuel perfected by Professor Weston. The combination forms a highly inflammable gas, 1,000 times more powerful than gasoline. Step back a little, please.
You have done well, Godfrey. But I should think there would be danger of an accidental mixing of the liquids.
Well, I've taken that precaution. The pipe extends from each of the tanks into the tunnel. In case an accident threatens, both tanks will be emptied into the tunnel under pressure, and the flames will burn themselves out.
Someone is coming. It's Ward coming to report on his search for the rocket motors. Open the door. You found nothing of the wreck, did you?
Not a trace. But how could you know?
Because there is no wreck. We've been tricked.
The newspaper said the plane was reported flying over Bisbee.
The Daily Clarion is the only paper that carried that story. Steve Colt works for the Clarion.
But he couldn't trace us here.
I'm not too sure about that. We'll settle with Colt and that meddling reporter once and for all. Open the door. Conceal yourselves until they get well into the room. Don't fire till I give the word.
A nice setting, though a bit theatrical. The Black Widow, huh?
Clever of you to deduce that. And you, the innocent fly who has walked into her parlor. Did you hope that an insignificant storybook detective could block the plans of the greatest scientist of all times, the future ruler of the world?
I don't know the gentleman, but he sounds unpleasant. And I don't think he'll conquer the world. It's been tried.
Drop that gun, Mr. Colt. You're covered from both sides.
Jump on the car!
Wait, open the tanks and we'll cremate them.